preposition. And by is also sometimes used as an adverb. And in this video, you will learn 6 common uses of by as a preposition, because this is the most common use. By followed by a place. And this means very near or very close. And it means beside, at the side of, next to. Example: the house is by a lake. The house is by a lake. Here is the lake, and here is the house. Another example: I live by the River Thames. We live by an airport. So this means that we live close to an airport. Okay? Or beside an airport. By followed by a noun. And this has several different uses. The first use is to describe travel. So we can say by train, by boat, by plane, by bike, by taxi, by car. Example: I went to London by train. Jane is going to France by plane. Let's go by car. By plus a noun can also describe communication. By phone, by email, by post, by fax. Example: contact us by phone. I will send you the report by fax. Mark received the order by email. And by followed by a noun can also describe methods of payment. By credit card, by check. Example: I'd like to pay by credit card. We paid for the car by check. By check. Okay? So here are 3 uses of by followed by a noun. By is also used in the passive voice. In the passive voice, by indicates who is doing the action. Okay, so who is doing the action. Example: here is a sentence in the active voice. So this is a normal sentence in the active voice. Jane is cleaning the floor. So Jane is cleaning the floor. Jane is the person who is doing the action. Now let's look at the same sentence in the passive voice. The floor is being cleaned by Jane. The floor is being cleaned by Jane. So the meaning of these 2 sentences is the same. And in the passive, we use the preposition by followed by the person who is doing the action. So by Jane. Okay? 2 more examples. The dress was made by Sarah. So in the active voice, this would be Sarah made the dress. Sarah is the person doing the action. The book was written by my father. By followed by a reflexive pronoun. So here are the reflexive pronouns. By myself, by yourself, by himself, by herself, by itself, by ourselves, yourselves, themselves. So what does this mean? Well, these words mean to do something alone. To do something alone. I visited London by myself. So this means I visited London alone, with nobody else. You should go by yourself. Jane is studying by herself. Jane, as you can see, she is studying alone. There is only Jane. By herself. We went to New York by ourselves. So this is the third person. Sorry, this is the first person plural. Jane and Mark often go travelling by themselves. So this is the third person plural, by themselves. So by plus a reflexive pronoun. By plus the ing form of a verb. And this means we use this to describe how to do something. There is a cause and effect. Example. Mark stays fit by cycling to work. By cycling to work. So, how to do something. So, how does Mark stay fit? The answer is by cycling to work. Okay? So, another way of looking at this is this action, cycling, has a result. What is the result of cycling? And the result is that Mark stays fit. Students can improve their vocabulary by reading. By reading. So, how can students improve their vocabulary? The answer, by reading. Okay? So the result of reading, or the effect of reading, is that students can improve their vocabulary. You can turn on the television by pressing that button. How can you turn on the television? The answer, by pressing that button. Okay? So by plus the ing form. By plus a time expression. This means not later than. Or another way of saying it is before or at a particular time. We use this structure to describe deadlines. Okay? Deadlines. A deadline is a time, the latest time before when something must be done. Please send us the contract by Friday. By Friday. So please send us the contract before Friday. Okay? Before or on Friday. So Friday is the deadline for the contract. You must leave the hotel room by 11 a.m. Please confirm your reservation by tomorrow at 3 p.m. Okay? So the latest time for leaving the hotel room is 11 a.m. Okay? So that is the end of the lesson. Here are some other videos which you might be interested in watching.